We're
Yay.
recording now. We're recording here also. Hi, Ria.
Hi, Tanay.
Okay.
How's it
So,
going?
to, it's good. Today we're gonna talk about a movie that I told you to watch, so that we can talk about. It's called The Hangout. It was directed by Kabir Khurana. It was co-directed by a guy named Pratik Kothari. It was written by Kabir Khurana, and it was the cinematographer was Chechek Bilgi. It's the name. I'm very dyslexic, so these names come out confusingly. So
Same.
basically, this was the same. This I'm gonna repeat what I told you to the audience is that I bitch a lot about short films not being talked about in like a more public space, and ever since I started the show, like. I started the show thinking, oh, I just want to talk about movies, and then I realized that while I was bitching about short films that I have this show. Let me talk about short movies on this also. And this is a movie that I've been thinking about a lot recently, and I wanted to talk about it. But I know Kabir personally, and I've known about his work for a while. And I was supposed to work on this movie as an editor, but then like that fell through. But I knew the script, and I know a lot about the behind the scenes of this movie, and I've
Okay.
seen it, and I have my own feelings about it. But I feel like my feelings can be a little bit unfair. So that's why I have asked you, Ria, to come
Me
and
to like come and just
yeah,
like get
just
it
say
out.
your unbiased thing. Like you don't know Kabir at all. You've not seen the movie before. You didn't know anything about it. So you
No.
know, it's just an. I feel like it'll be way more honest and fair compared to what anyone else, especially me, would have said about it if I was just doing this alone. And like, do you want to do a little intro to yourself, or do you want me to say something? I feel like you'd be better
Oh
if you give a little
God.
intro.
A
Just
little
anything,
intro.
whatever.
I'm Riya Talati. I am 23 years old and I'm a film person and I talk shit about a lot of films, man. I love talking trash about, yeah. It's
I'm
my
the same way.
Instagram bio, man. I feel like it just works. It's just film person talks trash. Like, I think that's the best intro to like
It
me,
is.
honestly. It just
It
makes
is.
sense.
Okay, and one more thing, I keep forgetting this, is that every time I do an episode of this, I'd like to say at the beginning that I don't know everything about movies, and everything I'm saying now, we just were saying it because it's coming from the knowledge that we already have about movies and like things that we like and we don't like. It's not like we're some
Yes, please.
gospels.
We're not
Uh,
mean people. Like, we're
yeah,
not, yeah.
it's not about
I
talking
in
shit, and
no
it's not
way.
about like praising things unnecessarily. It's just what we know, and like we're gonna be
Yeah,
honest about it. That's all.
exactly.
But we
I'm
don't know
no
everything
film
about
critic.
movies. Exactly, we don't know
Exactly.
everything about movie. I'm looking directly at you, audience. We don't know everything about movies, and we don't claim to know everything. This is just what we think. So don't attack us for anything that we say. I just like starting with
Exactly.
that and covering my ass about
Perfect.
anything I might say. Okay, so Hangout, directed and written by Kabir Khurana, shot during
Mm-hmm.
the lockdown. So a little like context to how the movie was made. Just like this is context that's talk like he talks about it. It's in all of the articles that are written about it and stuff like that. It was shot during
Mm-hmm.
lockdown. So Kabir was virtually directing this movie from his house on like a laptop, while Pratik Kothari was there on set shooting with both of the actors. The actors were Anisa Butt, who plays Alia, and Arjun Aujla. I don't know how I found these names to be so difficult to say. It like heightens my dyslexicness. And so Arjun plays Romi, and Anisa plays Alia, and they're the two main characters of the movie. And
Mm-hmm.
just as a basic plot line for anyone who hasn't seen the movie, it's about two people who work together, and Alia is portrayed as a character who is very affected by the migrant workers and the fact that they had to migrate back home, and it was just like they had a really difficult time. And Arjun is another person who works with her and who also moonlights as a musician, but he has like a lack of inspiration or inspiration problems that he deals with. So the movie kind of starts off with that as the situation, and then it kind of goes from there. So the first thing I'm gonna ask you about in terms of, so Yeah, so now I'm gonna ask you about this movie and we're gonna just get through it. Okay, so the first thing I wanna ask you is about the story. What did you think about the story of this movie?
Um, in general, right? Like in
Yeah, in
general.
general, just if you had a just story, just on a story level, what did you think?
I don't know. The end obviously shook me. Are we allowed to like? Can we include
Yeah, we can
spoilers?
spoil it. We can spoil it.
We can spoil it, right?
Yeah,
I was like, okay. I guess like I was like, all right with the storyline till like the last
the end.
bit, the end. Yeah,
Okay, so
where like
this is when she calls him, like when he like raises the money and everything.
I think yeah.
Okay.
There were two like hits for me. I think one was when the 5 lakhs just, you know, it flew in your face. You weren't ready for, you
Yeah.
expected something cute, like he shared a link or he
Yeah.
made a song for it.
Yeah.
There's just
But
that.
then there's the 5 lakhs.
Yeah, there's the 5 lakhs, sorry, three things. So that shook
Okay.
me first. Then there's her being absolutely normal about the fact that a co-worker just gave her 5 lakhs and she's like, this is too much. I mean, it's okay,
He didn't give it
but
to
it's
her though. He
kind of too
donated it to the
much.
cause that she was interested in. That's set up earlier because
It's more of a, did he have to like sort of, you know what I mean? Like,
did he have to do it? Yeah, I agree. So with that, yeah, the fact that it's 5 lakhs and it's the main problem I had with it was there's no like they don't explain how much time has passed. Has he done this in one night? Has it been a month
yeah.
later?
Oh, it
Is this
totally
right
seems,
after
to
they had
me,
their
it felt
fight?
like, exactly, it feels like right after. I felt like the next day it happened. Like he
Yeah,
was
which
on
is
his
like, is he the secret genius musician who like he's not been able to make music for so long, but in one night he's so inspired that he makes a song that
exactly.
earns 5 lakhs?
So simply done.
Okay,
And
so okay, let's start from the beginning. Now we've gone to the end. Let's like start at the
yeah,
beginnings with story wise and kind of talk about it that way because
that's
okay, so I'll so the beginning of the story where you get the setup of both characters, kind of, right? How did you like the setup
Mhm.
of Romy, the troubled musician, and Alia, the okay? So now I'm gonna say she's described as a activist type person in a lot of the
Uh-huh.
press and in a lot of the writing about this movie. So I want to ask you, does that come across at all for you? Like when you saw the beginning of the movie, what were your initial like reactions to who these characters were?
My first reaction was she's definitely like the better act. Like I could see her carrying the film on her shoulders over the guy. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's
But the
okay.
guy
Just
just
say that it's fine.
immediately, you know, when you're watching something and you're seeing it being acted out.
Yeah,
I didn't get a character from the guy. I just saw what
hit the
would be like
guy.
a guy who's being himself, but just trying to act. So that's what I got. I got like rich, sober brat who is,
Yeah.
who's got,
So okay.
Tony Montana posters on his wall and is now trying to, like, who's also a part-time musician. That's what I got from the character. I tend to forget that a lot though. Like I feel like the music thingy wasn't maybe highlighted enough, then it's just like,
Exactly right. Okay, so my main thing, thing which, so a lot of the see now, there are things about this movie that I find like I don't understand them. That's why I get frustrated by them.
mm,
But one of the things that which I found hilarious in the beginning was the fact when he takes that piece of paper with his like notes and he crunches it up and he throws it on the floor. That was the most unnatural thing I've seen anyone do. Because just
yeah.
does he have a dustbin there? Nothing. He's just crunch. Why did he write on it to begin with? Was it like couldn't he just continue on with the thing? He was scratching stuff out anyways.
Yeah.
And so that
No,
was
he had
like
to like like really kill it. Really
yeah, he
kill
had
off
to
his
really kill
idea.
it.
Mm.
Okay, so that was initially. then anything else you want to say about like your initial reactions to the characters and all of that, like how they were set up? Because there's like Romy smokes, and Alia's she's talking to her maid and stuff like that. Those are like
He
the
smokes?
introductory scenes. Yeah, he smokes in the beginning. He plays on the keyboard. He scrunches up the paper and then he goes to his window and he smokes. And then you cut to Alia.
I mean, I
You
saw it
didn't even.
twice, and I didn't realize the smoking bit. I
He
must have
smokes
been,
in the
oh,
beginning. But okay,
oh
see,
my God.
that's fair. See, so then that's chal. So that I think speaks to your reaction towards it.
No,
So,
that's a big whoopsie. You know, the biggest problem, I feel like, I love how it's like, what's your initial reaction? But the thing is, short films are about crunching so much information in a
hmm,
few minutes.
hmm, hmm, hmm,
It's like your only reaction is an initial reaction, I feel.
hmm.
So I feel like, yeah, exactly. Like your first look at them is the only look you get at the characters because you're going to
Yeah,
see them for
that's it,
5 more
right?
minutes on screen,
Exactly,
and then
exactly. So
that's it.
you have to. That's what I would think you would have to give us something to hold on to with these guys.
Yeah,
With Romy,
completely.
I didn't get anything. Like the main thing I learned about his character was this strange need he had to scrunch up a paper and throw it on the ground. Otherwise, nothing was absorbed. Like, because I knew, so I also went at it because I knew the script beforehand. So like for you, was there anything when the introduction came, when they cut from Romy to Alia, I was like, okay, cool, I know about Romy. Just the fact that he's a musician, did you just get that?
No, 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 not
You
at
didn't
all.
get that? Okay.
No,
Uh,
I got his like initial that he's a musician just doing something, angry,
okay.
frustrated musician, but I didn't get anything about character, nothing. Like it was just
Okay,
like
okay, okay, fine. So then, what
blatant
about
filler.
Alia? Because Alia has a bit more like, I think she gets a little bit more time story wise in terms of introducing what kind of person she's like. Because she gets the
Yeah,
discussion with her maid. She gets,
yeah.
she's sitting at the TV and you get to see her reaction to all of that stuff. Did that come across for
Mm-hmm.
you?
Yeah, she definitely, I don't know, I feel like she was much more, I don't know, it didn't feel like acting in your face. She seemed, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
some bits, so you could tell she's that I don't want to say like activist type, but you could tell she's aware and concerned, I'd say.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I say activist type because that's what's like written in the
Said,
description
right?
and in all the
Yeah,
press and all.
that's
So
true.
that we take that as it says.
But she's all right. Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to tell. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I
Yeah.
always, don't you, whenever you have to like talk about something, don't you start thinking like, oh no, like I have to think about what were their conditions and did something
I think.
terrible happen? And
Yeah.
I always like start like, was she like, I always like think like, oh, what if they had like a huge family fight right before they had to act, or what?
Hmm.
I don't know. I always like start. Because when
That's
I make
fair.
my films and shit gets fucked up, I'm always like, I hope the audience understands the trauma we're going through to get
That's
this
fair.
done.
That's actually a good point. I had not considered that at all to this point. Because see, I don't know. I just feel like for both of them, when I saw it, I was like, it's again what you said about the like it has to cram that introduction in such a short amount of time. That makes me feel a little
Mm-hmm.
bit better about it. But I still felt
Yeah.
like you kind of spend there's shots in the movie where it just shows them doing stuff. Like they're not saying anything or like doing stuff specific to character. Like Alia's first shot is that she's making a sandwich and
Sandwich.
she's
I
watching
know
TV.
that annoyed me. That annoyed me, honestly, that did.
Look, you
The
don't need to show us
unnecessary
making the
Wes
food.
Anderson shot for no reason. No, it's a thing. Like I have to make it look like classy Wes Anderson shot. Like pretty sandwich, and
Yeah.
I must put the bread on.
Yeah.
Feel
It just didn't
classy
feel
noodle.
necessary. It
She's so
didn't feel.
organized. It's symbolic to show her organization.
But then she never talks about being organized later. It's never
I
mentioned as
know.
part of her character. It's that's what he
So,
said. It's just things are set up with no payoff a lot. Anyways, so then okay, that's the initial thing. See,
Yeah,
I'm
what
like,
was your like full initial reaction though to like both the
so
characters being introduced?
So for me, I'd only ever read the script before the movie came out, and when the movie came out, I was like thinking, okay, this is matching the script, this is not matching the script, stuff like that, because they obviously made changes, and yeah, that beginning, the only thing I could focus on was the fact that he scrunched up the paper and threw it away. Like, I knew that he was gonna be this musician guy, but the fact that he didn't say anything or didn't have some, he just played a little bit of music, scratched some stuff out, and then stood at his window and smoked, and then you go
Yeah,
straight to Alia. Like, I thought you'd, I don't know. I just felt like those two introductions, like Romi's introduction scene, didn't add anything to his character.
it
Like,
needed a better intro. Yeah,
it could have been later in the movie also, and it wouldn't have made a difference to me learning about him. We could have started
totally.
off with Alia and see her whole thing, and then you go to the work video call, and then from the work video call, you get to see Romi's point of view, and then you see him get off the call, get on his music's not working, and then he gets frustrated, and then he starts his conversation with Alia. That way it just kind of flows. But instead, you're learning about Romy first, then Alia, then the call, then you get the like back and forth with Romy and Alia, and then the ending.
Yeah,
Where I felt like, okay, cool. You don't get anything with Romy after that. Then it's all kind of Alia focused stuff. Like she's looking.
yeah,
There's one shot of Romy looking at his laptop. But then there's just things of them looking at things.
yeah.
There's
They were
no.
doing something like, was it like intended to be like them working? Because I was so confused. I ended up, the first time I saw it, I thought
Yeah.
that they don't even work together. I just like, when you're
Hmm.
you're just skimming through things and actions. I thought this is a really rich investmenty Shark Tank kid. And this girl is trying to raise money, and she's also trying to like work really hard at her job so she can do well. Like she's making something, right? I thought she's trying to sell something. She's trying to sell some sort of like idea
Okay.
or product. And then it was like, no, wait, they work together. And then there's that.
That's what they don't
that
say
gap,
anything
man.
about it. It's all kind of just shown to you, and you're supposed to figure. Like they're shown the presentation and stuff like that,
But
but
it's
you're
not
not.
shown right. I like when things are not said. I usually like that when it's just like visually telling you. But it was sort of like, yeah. What you said earlier was like deliberately done, but with no meaning, like with no
Exactly. Yeah.
output later.
Yeah. They set it up and okay. Like what happened to the project? Why show us the project they're working on if it doesn't come into
Yeah,
play
I got
later?
so confused. I was like,
And see
did she
this,
send
see
it?
things like this. I get frustrated by them, but I feel like that's why I'm calling you, is to see if they're forgivable. But I'm glad you agree with me, because I don't think it's forgivable. If you're gonna try and write a story, you have full control over how much leeway you want to put into that story. And the whole background of this making this film was that it was gonna be a short film. It was written to be a short film. So why include stuff that that's not part of the story? Fill it up with
Yeah.
something else. That's like, give her just extra motivation to feel for this cause, because I feel uh, like what do we get to see that shows that she cares about the whole what's happening on the news, right? Which what she watches on TV. She just watches TV, and then she looks annoyed about it. And then later on, you see through the discussion that she's kind of affected by it. But there's nothing don't see her on her own reacting to it and feeling like, okay, now I gotta get
Yeah.
on something. No, she goes on the fundraiser page. See, I'm
I didn't even
remembering all of
realize
these
that.
things.
Is that her page, or she's just
I don't
looking at
know.
something?
I don't think they ever say it's her page specifically. I think it's
So
just a
then where did the
fundraising
money go?
page.
Like, this is what I mean. I'm telling you, he sent her the 5 lakhs to impress her. We never see him actually get affected. We never see him actually get affected by the cause, like actually feel sad. It's just
Yeah, he
her
doesn't.
like on call with him saying, listen, you're kind of a snooty, like rich brat. I care about people and you don't. And he's like, now I have to do something. Yeah.
That's fucking right, dude. That's literally a thing that I was thinking, that he does everything he does in the movie is just to like impress her. It's not because he
Exactly.
wants to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Tanay, we
Yeah.
could be wrong. We could be wrong. But what seals it in the end that he did it to impress her is like,
Yeah.
I hate it. It was the most annoying part of the movie for me. Is when it's like, okay, y'all should have faded out. They should have just gotten that fade in a little earlier. But she ends up, he says, oh, by the way, 5 lakhs in your account? Yeah, hi, that's me. And she's all like, wow, 5 lakhs, bro, how? What about your album? I've got daddy's money's there, don't worry. And then, and then all of a sudden she's like, wanna go for coffee with me? And it breaks the whole sort of thing down. I feel like I
Yeah,
could have
because then
forgiven
it makes it.
everything before
Yeah.
that, but that in the end just, you're
It
like,
makes it feel like
चल ना
she stopped
यार.
caring. Once the money was paid off for the cause, she just stopped caring. She's like, cool, let's go on a date now.
Exactly.
What?
No, you know
Like,
what?
there's.
It shows both of them being very shallow characters. Like, it's
Yeah, I
like
agree with that.
just that essence of human nature is, wow, male impress, wow, must go on date. Do you know what I mean? It's just I
It's
like
very simple,
intense
right?
character build. Yeah, I like, it's not realistic in my opinion. I like when
Mm-hmm.
something seems very, even another issue, but I feel like that's a very short film issue and it depends on your
Mm-hmm.
target audience. But conversations don't always seem like they are real. Like,
Hmm.
have you heard them talk? The things, the words they say, it sounds so scripted and it sounds so
Do you think that's because
like,
of the writing or because of the acting? Do you think they just couldn't say it, or do you think it was the
that's the
words
thing
they were
I had.
saying?
No, dude. Which guy says, I have a companion, it's my music? I've never heard anyone say the word companion. Never. It's a writing thing, dude. Some things
You're right.
people don't
Okay.
say. They just,
Yeah,
even
that's
the,
right.
with the, like,
You're right. You're right. That's another. Okay, so that's another thing I wanted to ask you about. This, I guess, kind of relates to stories. So there's the whole like section of the movie where it's all through texts, right? Like you're reading on screen the text. When I
uh-huh.
read the script for this originally, okay, I read through the script and I read it, you know, out loud, and I was thinking, okay, this is all going to be dialogue, right? They're going to say
Yeah.
this. This is them building up their relationship and having. This is when Romy realizes what Alia's actually feeling, and this is this is the moment.
Oh.
Even though it's not a great moment, this is, if you had to really stretch it, this is the moment he realizes what's bothering her, and that's when he realizes, okay, come, I got to do something to get this girl to go on a date with me, okay? And I thought they were going to say it, and it would be a great piece of acting to have them say it to each other. And when I saw the movie, you're reading it, it's all typed out. How? Just. What did you think about? I hated it. I
No, I
basically.
didn't like it. It also, I wanted to mention, I feel like the film's been edited by two people. I looked at the credits, it says one editor, but
Yeah.
something deep down inside me is telling me there were two
What
editors.
makes you
They're
think
two
it like?
very different styles. They're two very different styles at one point. I feel.
Okay.
I feel like
What do you,
beginning,
anything specifically?
I don't know, style, like I don't know the words. I'm dyslexic. I am rubbish with words. But when you have a feeling, I don't know, I'm an editor, so I feel like I feel like when you see it, you're like, nah, this isn't the same person. I could be completely
Yeah.
fucking wrong, huh? Like I could
No,
be
like even I'm
spot
not hundred
on.
percent sure about that, but that's what I didn't think that. I felt there was some inconsistencies with the way it was shot, and like mistakes that
Yeah.
could have been overlooked if you shot it differently. But editing, I
Oh,
never.
totally. Totally.
Ah, that's interesting.
I
Nothing in
also know
particular
that
that
there were
stood out that
many.
made you.
I remember the beginning feeling very different to the end,
Okay.
editing wise. And not deliberate, not like, no, that's what we want you to feel. No,
Yeah.
it's like someone
Like.
else has done this.
Okay. Okay.
That's what
Okay.
I thought. But
Yeah.
I also could tell that. Did you do graphics for this?
No, I didn't. I didn't. So the main thing I was when I heard Kabir was doing this, I said, okay, it'd be nice to make a movie with this guy. I was interested in it
Yeah.
because he had just started his new thing called Exposition Pictures and stuff like that. I had recorded an episode of the podcast with him, so I was like, okay, cool. Why not
Oh.
do something with this guy, right? And I said, cool, what do you need any help with anything? I'm there. He's like, cool, I need an editor and I need a graphics guy. So I said, cool, I've not done a lot of graphics work, but I know, my basic, and I don't know how complicated this film is gonna be, but I'll try my hand at it. Whatever. So he's like, cool. Can you just do a Zoom graphic, like basic outline thing, and send that to me? So I said, cool, I'll do that. I did it. He didn't really like it, and later I got like a paid opportunity to like do another shoot. So I said, okay, cool. This is not paid anyways, so I won't do it. And I told him that, and he's like, cool, no problem. And like a few weeks later, my friend Adyot, you know who Adyot is? Do you know who Adyot is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
So.
I'm a fan of you three, you, Vishal, and Aditya.
Oh my god. So Adyot,
Yeah.
also knows Kabir from like so actually the whole reason I know Adyot is because of Kabir and a guy named Ishan. Okay, they started something called T-Mac like 3-4 years ago, and Ishan met me and he was like, you want to make artist videos? I was like, cool, yeah. You want to make a video on this guy named Adyot? So I said, yeah, cool. And then that's how I met Adyot. I went over to his house and I sat with him for the whole day and I made a video about him. And I don't talk to
cool.
Ishan anymore, and I don't know if I'll talk to Kabir again after this. But I mean, that's a joke. But that's how I met Adyot, and like through Adyot, Mishal, and then all that. But Adyot got called by Kabir saying, hey, can you do graphics and animation for me? So Adyot is so when you see see, camera stopped recording. The other episodes I say Canon strikes again, and I look directly into the camera at my Canon logo. Anyways, so yeah, Adyot was hired to do the graphics for this, and yeah, so the funding page you see, and the Musify page, the page that earns all the 5 lakhs, that stuff was done by Adyot.
Okay.
Those are the
even
main
the
two.
graphics at one point seemed. Did he only Adyot do it? Because even that
Yeah,
seemed like
only
many people
Adyot.
were involved with that.
So yeah, so no. So it's a fun switch. So this is like a little bit like no one else really knows about this, but because I know what Adyot was doing and all.
You're on the
So
inside. Yeah.
this is the inside stuff. So I know that he did those 2 specific pages, but the other stuff was done not by him. Like I don't know if he did. So okay, so there's a lot of these like graphic shots. Like there's the comping on the TV screens. There's the like video calls and stuff. All of that he did
Yeah.
not do. That was all done separately. The 2 main things he did was he designed the fun page and he designed the music page, and he animated that whole thing of the song title coming in, the 5 lakhs going up, and all the comments and all.
Yeah.
So that was all him. But the rest of it was done by whoever was editing the movie and stuff. He did not do any of that stuff. So I think it's a
I
good
don't
time.
like. I hate when. I don't like
Yeah.
when. A lot of people, especially in ads. I used to never understand why, but like they'll take a phone and they'll green screen it. Like a lot of things in this film were green screen. And I don't like it when it's like really unnecessary. Especially when in some bits they were just showing computer screens. Like there was a point where they were showing the WhatsApp chat and it was just a shot of a WhatsApp chat. Like
Yeah.
literally taken on a camera.
So that's the thing. That is another inconsistency that I found with this movie is that they hired someone to do like UI animation, right? But a lot of the movie has just like they have the real screens and they set it up like with the real screens, and some of it looks great, and then some of it it's just random TV screens that didn't work. Like the one in Romy's house is probably the worst like comp onto a TV screen that I've ever seen. It not even looks like it's on the borders of the TV screen.
No, totally. Exactly. It looks like it's not even fitting the edges of the. Even that one bit, I think it's at her house. Like it looks like someone has. The image is too big for even the screen. Like it looks like someone didn't even want to like really crop it.
Exactly.
Like,
so that stuff.
It on.
That stuff is just like technical problems that I don't know how it was allowed to get past the finish line, because that's like that's just like a quick fix, right? I know, but isn't something like that a quick fix? Because it's just okay. Let's resize this element. Let's mask it a little bit. That's it, dude. We just mask it a little bit, but you just left it like that. And the other stuff is so good in comparison. Like the Zoom calls, The Zoom calls also have their problems, but the basic UI of like, okay, you're pointing the camera at the laptop
It's
and the screen,
manageable.
it looked
Yeah,
fine.
definitely.
It didn't look anything. Oh, then, so I have another question about. So now we're talking about the editing. So I have a couple questions about that also. Okay. So what did you think about the in the Zoom calls? Everyone else was using their laptop camera, but Alia and Romy used these fancy HD movie cameras to conduct their Zoom calls.
Yeah, that's true.
A little bit
Was
of a
everyone
weird
really?
oversight.
Everyone.
Everyone was using their laptop cameras. Even they so they cut to
Yeah.
the bald guy who's like the third
Yeah,
credited actor in
I
the
know him.
poster.
I've worked with him
Oh
before.
yeah?
His name's Pramod Sangvi or Sangvi.
Yes,
I
yes,
think
yeah.
I was assisting for this girl,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a literally like some. It was literally a corporate shoot. Like we went to
Mm-hmm.
this like industrial factory to work. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
work not shoot. And this guy was one of the actors there. I remember, and he was so nice. He's such a sweet guy, like
Yeah.
so friendly, so talkative. Me on set, I am just like sweating, angry, scared, and he was just like, "So, what do you do? How long have you been in the film?" Blah blah blah. And I was like,
That's sweet.
"You're so nice." But yeah,
That's
his
good.
camera quality again. What were we saying? Sorry, I got distracted.
But I don't know how to segue into what I was talking about now. But anyways, just his
No,
camera
say it.
also was like a HD camera when it was showing him like he was stubbing out the cigarette and all. That was
Mm-hmm.
fine. But when it cut to the video call, it looked more like the laptop camera because the lighting wasn't
Yeah.
perfect. It looked like a real person's video call. But then you see
Mm-hmm.
Alia and Romy's thing in the screen, and it's like it's the same shot as what you're seeing as reality. It's like a reality
Yeah.
camera. It looks like all of the shots that you've seen previously of both of them. You're seeing the same shot in their Zoom call. So,
Exactly.
are we watching them through a camera in reality also? There's no differentiation. The whole point of the video call is to differentiate that okay, what you're seeing, the color correction, all of that is the reality filter. That's your reality camera, and then your Zoom camera is Zoom camera. It's in your story camera, and it's the same thing. I saw it and I thought, are they supposed to believe that reality looks exactly like this, but everyone else
Yeah.
is on the laptop camera?
But I think
I was
that's
confused by
something
that.
like that no one, I feel like that's a,
Yeah, that's
I
like a
think
me
that's
thing.
like
That's all. It's a
chalta
it's a
hai,
technical
yeah,
thing
like,
which people know. If you're looking for
yeah,
it, you notice it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It is
Okay.
a thing though.
Okay. So on a technical level again then. So now as a like someone who makes and edits movies, what did you think of the color grading of Romy and Alia's shots? Because I think they're very different, and I don't know why.
That, um, do tell, why do you think it looks so good?
I think all of Alia's shot looks so grey, and all of Romy's shot for just not even that they're particularly color corrected really well, but
Mm-hmm.
they look like they've been color corrected. While Alia's shots seem like they've just not touched it, or they purposely kept
Yeah,
it in this grey tone. I
yeah,
don't know why. It just seemed very grey till the end. All of her shots were really grey. All of his shots were really orange, and I
yeah.
can't understand why because there's no like it's not like he's particularly using orange lights all over the place. He has like lamps, and even then if he's using orange lights you'll have like a medium color that you kind of work with, right? And it should look
Mm.
kind of similar, but like hers was so gray, and it made because his was so orange and like colored and like kind of more saturated, hers seemed a lot more gray to me. Did you
Yeah,
notice any of
yeah.
that?
Hers looked untouched. The beginning felt like, yeah, it's in raw only. Did you notice, like, right in the beginning, it looks raw only? But I know so
Yeah.
many people who like that. Like, I
Yeah,
recently
that's what.
heard a friend did an edit, and the guy was happy in the end, and he's like, "Oh, I have to color grade," and he's like, "No, I like it like this." And to me, that's like, why would you do that to yourself? Like, so I know, I don't know. This is so hard because I know so many people who do this deliberately. Like, I was recently working with a director who was like, I understand. See, I think it's a Hollywood problem It's you know, who's that dude, man? Who are all these gandus who are? It's what I believe. I think good films are the
Yeah.
when you make the most of a bad situation. Films are never done in good situations at all.
Yeah.
I refuse to
Yeah.
believe that. And it's making the
Yeah.
best of your worst situations. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people end up justifying small instances. So there are things
Hmm.
like, you know, it's the color grade is dull because we want to show dullness in
Okay.
her life. She is a sad woman.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
They're saturated because we want to show excitement. And I was working
Hmm.
with a director lately who was like, I was editing something and he was like, "Oh, we should put her in the corner. You should crop in so we can see less of the girl because she is not opened up yet to the other character." And all of that. And I feel like sometimes directors get carried away with that. They think
Hmm.
no means every second. And I mean, it's beautiful. It's something to like fantasize about is when every frame and
Hmm.
every second of your film has an inner meaning and makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it goes very wrong like this. Like it's like
Yeah.
so then you never know. You're like, is it just bad or is it like deliberate? Like it's like you don't
See,
know.
I'm so glad you said that because I would have just thought it's just bad. And that's my problem with it. It's just that I know these things and I think about these things and I rationalize these things and I'm making stuff too. But when I see it, I'm
Mhm.
like, Arey, dude, come on, dude. Like, shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And so many people like get carried away with it. I think people like make it instead of trying to make a good film. I think you
Hmm.
make a good film and then you go into detail like, this
Yeah.
symbolism, that symbol.
Yeah.
Make a good film, make a steady project first and
And
then add
then
your
worry about like
stuff.
adding stuff to it then. That's what
Yeah,
story,
completely.
at least the story should be fucking interesting to watch, dude. More than anything else,
Yeah.
people are not gonna bother with what you placed in the corner of your frame or what color you used if it's not fucking interesting. So yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Good. Good.
completely.
Okay, so again moving on to another technical aspect that I wanted to
No,
ask.
tell me your opinion of it too, by the way. Tell me what you think
On
about like
what? On anything specifically? On anything specifically or
on
just
what I
generally?
just said, like what do you feel about like the technicality of like having a color having a very contrasting
See,
color grade?
like, okay, so in general, I don't think it matters. See, that's what. If the story was something that, if I was watching this and I wasn't thinking about it, it wouldn't matter
Mm.
what it looked like. Even if I watched it again a second time and I was like, oh, this seems a little bit weird, this seems a little bit weird, then it wouldn't matter because I was like, the first time I watched it, I didn't give a shit. Like, there's so many other movies like this where okay, like one specific example was we were talking to a friend earlier, and I was showing him a scene from Mission Impossible Fallout, and there's a whole scene where Tom Cruise is on his bike and he's rushing through Paris, but all of the cars around him are CGI cars, right? And they have to be CGI cars. But the whole reason I was showing it to him was that when I saw it for the first time in the theater, I was not thinking about the animation at all, and like I was just so engrossed in how crazy the scene was because it was carrying along a bit of the story. It was shot really well. It was fully immersive. I was fully immersed as an
Mm-hmm.
audience member. But when I saw it the second time, I was like, oh, dude, all these cars look super fake. If it's you're going to spend so much money getting Tom Cruise in Paris and shooting him on his motorcycle and everything, pay a little bit more for your 3D renderers of cars, right? But then I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't matter. I watched it and I didn't even notice it. I was so excited by the idea that he was doing this, and the story got me in so
Mm-hmm.
well. It didn't matter what any of the 3D animation looked like. And with this movie, I wouldn't have cared if I wasn't thinking about it specifically, you know. If I was watching it and I wasn't thinking about how their cameras looked and all, because I had nothing else to think about. I wasn't able to think about the story because the story didn't feel like it was going anywhere. Like right
Mm,
after the
yeah, the
introduction,
story
you
wasn't
see.
carrying the film.
Exactly, right? If it was doing that, and if I was like full, and then now that's me, right? I wasn't into this story. But so if someone else is, then they don't think about it and like that. And I'm also like I watch movies and like, I try to find all these little things about it. So that's another thing for me.
Yeah.
But if it's a really good story,
True
like,
filmmaker.
yeah, but that's what I still get lost in it. Like, oh, so the last movie that the first movie I talked about for this movie is the Tanya thing was Choti Si Baat, right? I didn't think about anything how the movie was made till like the third time I saw it when I said, okay, I want to make this show. The first two times I saw it, I was
Oh.
so in love with just how cute the story was and all the little things he does story wise. And I was all I could tell. Every time I spoke about it, I told the whole movie. Like I recited the whole plot of the movie, point by point,
Oh.
scene by scene, because I was so fascinated by how someone was telling a story at that time in Bombay and, how they got away with it and all of that stuff. I was so engrossed in the story. And then when I look back, I was like, oh my god, he's moving the camera like this. He's doing all these technical things. Like, fuck, I didn't even know he was doing that. So, stuff like that, if you're lost in the story, you can fucking make the camera can be made like a potato camera. Your set could be made out of cardboard. You're fucking green screening every background behind you. The audio is not synced up. Nothing will matter to me if the story is fucking immersive as hell. Seriously.
That's
There's
true.
so
No,
many
that's
crap
so
YouTube
true.
videos also that I like and I love them and
Mm.
people can't, like I show them to people and they don't understand what's wrong with me, but it's because it's such a cool video, dude. It has such an interesting story that I'm trying to follow, such interesting
Mm.
information that I'm like desperate to understand and receive that I don't care what it's telling me otherwise, or what it's showing
Yeah.
me otherwise. I'm so into the story of the video or the movie. And with this, I did not care about what was happening with these characters because all I'd seen of them. So okay, like up till the video call, right? All I'd seen of Romy was he's a musician who throws his papers away. He doesn't care about his work that much. Like he just stares at his laptop. And for Alia, she makes sandwiches. She watches TV. She's not happy about what's on the news. She also looks at her laptop. She checked in with her maid once, which was nice. I like that. That was like
Yeah,
showing that
I
she's a
really like
caring
that.
person. That was a little bit. And then you get to the video call. And the video call doesn't even start with them. It starts with their boss. And you suddenly cut to this new person. Who's he? I don't know who he was. Things like that pull me straight out, and I try not to get pulled
Mm.
out of it, but then there's no, like, if Alia had gotten a call on a laptop and then it cut to him, and then it's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Something like that. And now, the thing is, right, I've seen the movie maybe like 4 or 5 times now. If I still am remembering the sequences wrong, that's just another thing of the story did not get absorbed by me. And I've seen it 5 times and
Yeah.
I'm not able to remember things is impossible. And Choti Si
Mm.
Baat, I can recite the whole movie to you now. Like scene by scene,
Oh.
I'm that in love with it. And I've seen it 3 times.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I get that.
With me, especially when I watch a movie, I get super into the story of it. And if I'm not into it, I'll not care about the movie. I'll just
Don't
tune out
worry.
immediately. So that's my thing. But I forgot what I was gonna ask you about now. Yeah, cinematography. That's what I wanted to ask you about. What did you think about the way this movie was shot, and some of the shot choices that they decided to go with, like how they were showing off, like because it's all just them as characters existing in their house, right? So it's not very easy to make that very visually exciting. So
Yeah.
how do you think they accomplished what they had to accomplish with the thing? We already spoke about the fucking bullshit text message sequence, which I think was a complete waste of story. But that also was a choice. So what do you think about those choices?
I think I can understand how hard. I don't know how many days they had to shoot. I don't know what weather
So okay,
conditions they
so
had.
context for that is that they shot it in 2 days, but they
Mm-hmm.
had done so that's a small amount of time, but also what were they needing to shoot that required dialogue and like retakes and stuff
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
That's why I give it a like, okay, you had
If
like
this
three
guy
scenes
had
of
like
dialogue.
bad actors, I'll like I'll like feel bad.
No, I mean they were pretty. That's what for me it was like. I've seen it and I'm not able. When you pointed out how you thought Alia was the better actor and Arjun wasn't. Romy wasn't the really that interesting to watch. Their acting seemed the same level. But for me, it just didn't feel like anything extraordinary. It just felt like okay, they were saying the lines. They weren't
Yeah.
being the people, which is like, okay, cool. How much can I expect of an actor to be the person? They're not, I
Yeah.
can't expect this crazy level of skill, but still, it just felt like the companion thing.
It
No
was
one says that. So,
no, the guy
even with the
really
shots,
annoyed me with the acting. Really, in some bits it was like
It's it's confusingly bad. And with the shots also, at least for me, it was they felt like okay, some shots were like okay, we're gonna put it here, we're gonna make it a little bit interesting. We got the light in the background, you know, he's playing his song, but it was just okay, cool, cool, cool.
I think that's the thing. Like, I'm not even remembering anything. There was definitely nothing special. It was just, it was your usual, I guess.
Hmm.
Usual,
Yeah.
like, warm up and you, I don't
Yeah.
know. There was nothing special about it. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
It
That's
didn't.
what I wanted to know, right? Because I'm in the same camp. Is that it's not anything special, but then that the kind of rationalization for that is that okay, they had one day to shoot everything, but then I'm also
Yeah.
wondering a lot of them
No,
is
even when
just
you
the
plan
actors
your
sitting around.
shots,
Yeah,
yeah, when you plan your shots, there are ways to like
yeah, you go through it
try to
efficiently,
think
right?
out of the box. Yeah, you do. I feel like I was thinking in terms of like why things looked kind of shit in some ways. It looks like I don't know how do I explain. It looks like I'm not good with words here right now. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't. It
Okay.
didn't. And that I can understand with your weather, your blah 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 and all. But in terms of
Mm-hmm.
actual cinematography and shot division and
Mm-hmm.
everything was just
It was
I
kind
can
of
I couldn't like okay, child, wide mid close.
exactly. It wasn't like okay, let's okay, we're telling this. We're trying to show this. So let's show this. We're not. There are going to be such a few amount of shots where they're actually talking to each other. Let's
Yeah.
maximize that visual. Somehow, even if it's not the easiest thing in the world, they like now I don't know how much time they spent on doing everything and stuff like that, but I
Yeah.
have to assume that they thought about it right before going and shooting. Otherwise, what was the, let's just go and decide there. And I know Kabir, and looks, like I kept up after I left the project. I kept up. He posts a lot about the production of his movies, so he posted like storyboards and all of that. So I was like, okay, cool. He's thinking about it. And then when you see it, you're like, okay, is this what the storyboards were about? Because then that's it. And I understand things
You
like
put storyboard
obviously,
it?
yeah. Kabir. I think famously shares a lot of his pre-production stuff on Instagram. Like he'll share pictures of meetings, pictures. So when they went on the shoot, he took pictures of all of them on the shoot. Before when they
Yeah.
met him first, and then they
Oh,
went
I
there.
wouldn't think this film had any storyboarding in it. It's just like that's the thing. No, not in a rude way, but like
No, hey, it's
you
fine, dude. I'm laughing because like I agree with this. See, these are so you have to understand, dude. These are all things that I've been thinking, and I've been thinking I'm just being mean. I don't. These are not
you're
real.
just
I'm
like,
totally
haha,
biased
Riya
against this
said
guy.
it.
Yeah. So when you say it, I feel like okay, cool, cool, cool. I'm not crazy.
Mm.
That's all.
No, definitely. It's a house. I mean, everyone's seen a house. Everyone understands rooms. Everyone understands room space. I think there's ways of making it if you try. There's ways of like I could have. There was just a couple shots in the end where I feel like they were trying to do something different. You know what I mean? Like only right in the end, and it still felt like a tripod in a house. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. There was nothing like even not even too crazy, but just a little bit crazy where it's not what you'd expect, right? The way the you muted yourself, I think. Oh shit. What happened?
I think someone's trying to call me. 1 second. That's so weird. My phone just went black for a second. Is my
Oh
battery
man.
okay? Sorry, man.
That's okay. You're a popular girl, dude. Everyone's trying to get in touch now.
Oh. That's the nicest thing anyone said to me. Now, if I could get back to bitching about the random movie that I just saw.
Okay, see, again, I just want to reiterate to the people who are watching who like this movie. It's just what we think, dude. I really think that
Yes.
it's a movie that was done really quickly and not with a very great execution. And the main reason I wanted to make this review is because I feel like there are a lot of reviews about this movie that are not fair. that they're just reviews that are like hyping it up and
Like,
saying
what are they
positive
saying?
things
Like, what are they
without being
saying?
critical. So I've read 2 reviews in entirety. There have been a whole lot of others, but I think these 2 kind of sum it up because from what I've read 2 fully, and I've read he posted a lot of excerpts about of different reviews that he got when the movie came out.
Yeah.
So I read 2 fully because the excerpts were all saying the same thing. And from the 2 that I saw, there was one Femina one that came out today, and there was one by some website called Pop Exo. And both of them gave these really positive reviews, but kind of it was like they were creating more of a story that existed in the actual movie. Like they were filling in details which are not in the movie, like stuff about how she's an activist type and how deeply she feels about the, what's on the news and stuff, and it's not shown to you.
I
you
love
know
that.
so that's why
Made
that's
it
why
fun.
so and now whatever, these articles could be written by people who really sat and watched this movie and really thought that, or could be written by people who like they're paid like a dividend of like, okay, cool, write 15 articles a month, just churn them out, who gives a fuck, stuff. It could be any sort of context for how these articles are made, right? So
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to make it. So just that the 2 people who've seen the movie were a little bit I were competent enough to know what we're talking about when on whatever we're saying. We're not speaking out of turn or anything by about the things that we're talking about. We've done these things, we've thought about these things, so it's fair, and I don't think there's a really fair in-depth review of this movie that exists yet. Maybe by the time this is done, there'll be someone who does it before us. But as far as I've seen, and as far as Kabir has promoted, there's no in-depth review of this movie. That's why I wanted to make this.
Really?
And because now, just because the review is not explicitly positive doesn't mean it's not worth putting out as a review, right? It should be criticism. It's constructive criticism, because all of these things, yeah, it's just I don't want to see. I get into the cycle of repeating myself to kind of not make myself feel like I'm bitching about this too much. But
Me too. We should just
yeah.
like keep displaying like text, like warning. This is just our opinion. Ria, see
Yes.
some of the shit Ria's made. Like she's
Yeah, see some of the shit both of us have made. Judge us completely. It's fine. We
Exactly.
want to
I
talk
love
about
that.
this. Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
I'll put that up also.
I
Okay.
love negative like criticism. I feed off of it.
Because then it makes you think about the stuff you didn't think about, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I
This is
love
exact
like
that.
I don't know, I feel like it's not spoon feeding you. And it's like I love like it's another opinion. It's like interesting.
Always, whenever, like most of the time, if it's someone who's really like, okay, I saw this and this is what I want to say, even if they're shitting on it, it'd be like, cool, fuck, okay, so I wasn't doing a good job. I just need to do a better job next time and fucking impress the shit out of you, because you were able to see all of the things that I couldn't see. And now next time I'll keep those things in mind, right? And be like, oh, cool. Those are mistakes I want to avoid for the next time.
Just dismiss it and be like, okay, that's a point of view. I
Yeah.
understand that.
It's not for
Okay,
that
it
person.
can be-
It's for the other person who liked it. Both ways work. It's not like a bad thing.
Yeah,
That's sort of.
completely.
I just need to convince myself
I
of
like
that
that.
also.
I know.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I totally get that completely.
Okay, so we've gone through most of my points except one. I have written down story, cinematography slash direction. So we kind of spoke about that. We spoke about the acting. We spoke about the editing. So like all of the stuff with editing. And I wanted to ask you about what you thought about the flashback scene, because the only indication that I could find that this scene is a flashback is the fact that they have these lens flares coming from the top of the frame, and that was my only
Oh,
indication that it
yeah.
was a flashback. So what
I
was
didn't even
when you
realize it's a flashback.
what then wait, okay, so okay, tell me, wait, let me see how much, wait, hold on.
That does make
wait
sense.
wait Canon strikes again for a third time. Anyways,
Man.
what did you think of that? Okay, so I think before this is he's texting Romi's texting Alia. They get on that video call. They kind of have an argument, and she like shuts the laptop down on him.
Yeah.
And then we go into the next morning, and then you get the flashback scene. So what was your whole thoughts on that?
On the end, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mentioned that it's far-fetched, but based on your target audience, sometimes that's what people need. They need something far-fetched to actually feel something. I feel like when you were telling me there's so many positive reviews, I feel like that's too it is a crisis right now that we're going through a massive worldly crisis. And I don't know, this is something that might give people relief or relatability, or it might encourage people to, like, maybe in that sense they're trying to promote it. Does not does not hit me that way. It just, the end turns into like worse than a Bollywood film. It just loses all sense of gravity and catapults into the air.
Yeah.
5 lakhs appears. He made a song in one night, threw it on Musicfy. I loved that name, Musicfy. And he gets so much money. He could have made his album, but he gave it to the gal. It's chalna yaar. It's, what can you say? Like, what can I criticize? Like, I don't know what it's like. It went
I
in a
think that says
direction.
it all.
That's the thing. Something could, I know, I'm scared to say something because I know that sometimes things are built this way to impress a mass amount of, like when you think about
So
it,
like yeah, that simple
the
is
whole of,
able. It's simple is the simplest way is the easiest way to impress everybody, rather than making it
yeah,
too complicated
and
for everyone.
and everyone loves a show. Like everyone, like the Indian dream is
Yeah,
over the top. It's to
yeah.
be over the top. It's to be
To be
Bollywood. It's
that
to be like
impressive person who overcomes a
unrealistic.
great difficulty and like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Money, women, everything rounds up for the guy in the end. His music takes off. He gets inspired. It's
I
just
love the
all
way you
good.
said that, dude. Money, women. I loved that.
It's, if I
Oh
had to
man.
like say it from my own, this thing from my perspective, it's
Yeah.
um uh it totally breaks ties with, if the film was already very loosely feeling factual and real,
Yeah.
like giving you that sense of reality, it just totally like broke off here. Like after this, you felt
Yeah.
like, you know, when you're in a movie and you just start, you're with a friend and you start going like, haha, this is you know, like, "ये क्या तू है?" You know, like it's like
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
becomes a
You're not
joke.
thinking about the story anymore. You're
You're
thinking
not
about
thinking,
this.
oh, not at all. You're thinking about
Yeah.
what funny things can I say about this? You know, like how can I like make
You
this a
moved. That's
meme?
what you've already moved beyond the story of this movie, and you're like, okay, now what to think
Completely.
about it later.
And then when she hit the like, do you wanna go for coffee? I was like, no, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that
I
either.
don't think it
That's something that
deserves.
I really didn't like because it just defeats the whole purpose of her character up till that point, right?
Yeah, man. And she seemed like a stable character. Like I was, when I saw the guy, when I saw Rumi, was his name? Was he my dad's
Romy,
name?
Romy.
Romy. When I saw his acting, it made the girl look like she was like, "Wow, I'm trying to think of a good actress right now and I just can't." She just seemed like, wow, she was so good. Because she was just, I feel like at least she was like, she wasn't acting, but she wasn't, she was just kind of mellow. I feel like she was just going along with it.
Yeah.
And he was just so terrible at with his character. I don't know if that's how he was directed or if that's what
That's
he
the
was
thing,
doing.
right? It's
That was his kind
impossible
of,
to say because it would be so different from what would normally be the case. But even then,
exactly,
that's what came
exactly.
out, right? So it can't be like, okay, that's the excuse. That's what you put out there. If you thought if it wasn't reaching a certain quality threshold, you didn't have to put it out. That's why I think it's
Oh,
okay to. That's how I justify complaining
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
I find tiny, like I could find the smallest mistake and shelf my project. Say, chal,
Yeah,
lock
that's
you
it.
up in the cupboard.
It's
You're
not
not seeing the light of day ever. This guy will just not make the film, which is wrong.
exactly.
That's also wrong, guys. Always
Yeah,
put your work out. Don't shelf
yeah.
your project.
Yeah, hey Mishal, you hear
But it
that?
is like it makes
Mishal
you
is the
think.
king of that. King.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah, he's the
God.
king, dude. It's horrible.
I
He
hard
hides
relate.
away all of his beautiful work. But That's
Oh
what. It's
man.
just, if you're gonna put something out, you know, like there has to be some kind of quality threshold, right? Even if it's something
Yeah.
that, like, okay, so we don't agree with the quality threshold, right? But like there's so many things that are like past what seems like a normal quality check, like the TV screen, some of the dialogue delivery, like
Some of
I
the
don't know.
follies. Some of the follies. I had to mention that. Sorry.
What about it? Tell me about it.
Did you hear some of the follies? Like they were so annoying. Did you
No,
get that?
tell me
Like you
specifically.
can tell. I think wait, I've written it down. I've written like I
Okay.
hate this. I think it's when he. I think it was once when he was writing,
Hmm.
and there was another bit where it's so the separation in, and I
Hmm.
just keep saying that is I'm a documentary girl, so I'm very fixated on something looking, sounding, and seeming real, like a normal conversation. Like
Hmm.
exact, even with the text, but you said like it feels so unnatural. You feel like kind of like weirded out, even the patalok joke when he's like, "Oh, that's what's already happening, lol." And even there
That's
are
what.
bits where he's talking to on the phone and he says like, "LOL, no, but I don't think so."
Yeah.
It's
Lol.
it's such a separation from like actual reality to how a person would actually talk. And I
Yeah,
think
he
it's
says,
very
I
easy
have
to get
Netflix,
caught up.
Daru, I have everything.
Yeah,
He
I
says it
have
like that.
everything.
He says it like that. There's so many. There's like, we would say something like that, but we'd say it like a regular person would say it. We wouldn't say it like we
Sounds,
wrote it down as a sentence and then we're reading it out. That's where
yeah,
it falls apart, dude. He's reading it straight from the script, you know,
oh,
and it
completely.
feels
That
like he's
movie.
reading it straight from the script. There's so much dialogue where like you read it and it's exactly what's there in the script, but it never feels like that. But it for
Yeah.
him it felt like he was reading it from there. Okay, that's all of the points I wrote down. Is there anything you want to talk about specifically that you wrote down that we didn't already cover?
I The guy annoys me, the conversations. I feel like two editors edited it.
Okay.
5 lakhs, come on. The climax, yeah, the climax just, the peak, just,
Mm-hmm.
it was
Because
like
it's
a
just
crash.
reading suddenly. Like suddenly it's reading. I didn't I
Mm.
So I don't know if you've ever heard of Cinema Sins, the YouTube
Oh, of
channel.
course.
Okay, so that
Pish, pish, pish. Of
so
course.
they're a big guilty pleasure of mine when I like need to just turn my brain off and watch something. And one
Uh-huh.
of the big things that they like, it's a recurring joke in their videos, is like they'll give a ding to the fact that you have to read anything on screen in a movie, which is
Okay.
something now is just deeply ingrained in me. Like, it's a movie, it's not a book. Why are we reading? Because the person who's editing this has to like decide for the whole world who's gonna watch this movie, how long do they take to read this text? You have to
Mm.
come up with a reasonable amount of time. So, because for every person will be too short or too long. So why make someone read something? Just say it. Just the show don't tell rule, dude. Just show. Don't fucking tell us. People don't need to be spoon fed a lot.
That's
They
a,
can
that's
they
a
can
fair
understand
point.
it. So that was my big problem with the texting thing, was that I'm having to read
Mm.
their conversation. I would have just read the script then. I wouldn't have watched the movie if you're gonna make me read this part. That was my big problem with the
Maybe he
texting
was
thing.
scared that they're having too many conversations for like an 8-minute film.
For a
Maybe he was scared,
movie?
like, oh, but they were just. I'm saying maybe, hey, I'm trying to channel my inner Kabir. I'm trying to
No, that's fair.
I'm
That's
trying
fair.
to think
Yeah.
of why this would make sense. But
Yeah.
yeah, I get that completely. It's even how it was done. It's them, the same shots, him, then her, then him, then her.
Exactly.
It's like.
No, you're right. You're right. If
Even
you
if it
have
was
anything
done
more
like
to say, yeah,
differently.
tell if there's anything more you have that you actually liked about it, or in defense of me, please tell me, because the big fear that I had was that I'm just gonna hype up the hate train, and I don't want that to be the thing. I
Yeah.
want that to be like, if we have something nice to say, I want us to say it, even if it's at the tail end of this video. We have to say it.
There's
It's
always
important.
something positive about everything. The positive thing is look how many good reviews it's got. Look at all the comments. I saw the comments. Wow. No, like
No, okay, but about the movie, when you were watching it, was there something you really like, was like, okay, cool, this is cool, this is something I enjoyed?
I think
Like, even from a story perspective, the fact that they're making a story about this subject matter, was that something that,
yeah, that's definitely good. But I feel like it's too spiced up in the end, so it's like
yeah,
not serious in the end.
yeah,
And I like her. The most enjoyable part of the film, I feel, was the actress. I feel like it was
okay,
her. She was the only sort of like, she was like the gravitational sort of rock, like the only thing like pulling things down.
yeah.
Maybe just from being mellow, like maybe from just being, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
the dude was hitting another fucking realm. The it was a lot of information for 8 minutes,
Hmm.
but I feel she was okay, and I liked I liked a bit of the beginning with her. Like I liked the maid conversation. I liked how
Mm-hmm.
that was portrayed. I kind of liked
Mm-hmm.
how I didn't have to hear the other side. I like it when that happens. I don't like the
Yeah. You don't know.
yeah.
It's enough you can hear one side of the conversation and you can fill in the
Yeah, it
context.
makes you think. It makes you exactly. It makes you fill in like
Yeah.
blanks. Like,
That
okay,
was
I
good.
wonder what
I
they're
agree. Yeah.
talking about.
That was a good thing.
There are also
Okay.
people I know who've done that just to like make it easier. But
Yeah, but that's what it's like. It's a trick, right? It's a movie trick, and if you can do the for one side of the conversation well enough, you don't need to. That's what audiences are way
yeah,
smarter
because
than we think, dude. And there's so much stuff that they'd want to fill in as an audience member, and if you spoon feed them, and you just show things to them, like if you just show them text on screen and like, okay, this is the conversation they're having. Literally, this is the conversation they're having. Then it becomes boring for a viewer, and
yeah.
I've never liked reading things on screen. Even Star Wars, the main problem I've always had is the fucking text scroll in the beginning. I've always skipped through it, dude. I've
Oh,
never absorbed that shit, and I love Star Wars more than anyone who I like in my main friend circle. They all fucking annoy me about Star Wars. Like Adyot fucking always trashes Star Wars in front of me, and he like misquotes it, and I fucking drives me nuts, dude. But I cannot like I can't read that text scroll. It doesn't do anything for me because the movie is like gives you a little bit of backstory anyways in the beginning, because they set it up. The first scene is like a nice setup to what the story is in Star Wars, so you don't need this text scroll really unless you want extra context. At least that's my thing. I've never felt the need for it to be there, but then like I'm crazy and I don't like reading, so
no, that's
okay.
okay.
Is there any
That is.
closing? I don't know. Is there anything else? Nothing else, right? Specifically that you
I
want to
don't,
talk
you
about?
tell me, what did you feel about it? Do you have anything positive to say about it?
Everything you said, I agree with, for sure. Then there was the joke is that I loved the graphics a lot because Adyot made them. But I did like that, and
Yeah,
I did
Adyot.
like
Let's have a cheer for Adyot.
cheers for Adyot.
Yay!
We'll put that in as a graphic. Cheers for Adyot.
Yeah. Big cheer for Adyot. The music bit was impressive. Like it just when you mentioned it, it made me
Yeah.
realize I forgot that's a graphic because it's so different to everything else.
Yeah.
Everything else you see, even like the Skype bit, the Zoom call bit seemed like I could
It looked realistic. It looked
it was
normal.
bearable enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And then I totally forgot that the music bit was animated. Like someone did that.
Yeah.
It and considering things were slapped onto TVs and all. So
Yeah,
that's
that's what.
interesting. That makes you think. Like, see, it's like different people have been on this.
Yeah, that's what. There are a lot of people working on this movie, which was like, again, it makes me confused that it like a lot of these things made it through, but there are like good parts about it. I like some of the shots that are there. I like the fact that it was made at a time where movies were thought, okay, now how the fuck are we gonna make a movie? Stuff like that I like about it. But on a story perspective, it just fucking I can't get invested in it, dude. I tried and I've watched it 5 times to try and get myself invested in the story, and if I can't 5 times in, it's just not working for me. And that's what I feel like. I want to like this movie, but the fact that I want to and I'm trying to make myself like it is the problem,
Yeah.
So that's my perspective on it. It's just it's a big no for me. I just didn't, there's not a lot I liked about it. That's why I've come asked you to come and talk about it, because
I
me doing this alone, I would have a very one-sided view of all of this, and you're able to look at it from another angle. You know, a lot of the things you brought up today, I wouldn't have even thought of. In that, a lot of the things that, like, just the short amount of time there is to tell this story, the background of now what all they had to deal with, like reality wise, you know, behind the scenes of actually shooting it, all of that stuff I just don't think about because I'm so frustrated with what I'm seeing on screen, you know. And like I feel like that comes from like I'm seeing it from the point of view of like a viewer, but also a viewer who
Yeah.
knows about movies, so it's a weird viewership standpoint to take. So yeah, that's
I think it just makes you more aware and more detailed, which is a great thing.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, that's all I want to say. We've spoken about a lot of stuff, and I feel like if I say anything more, I'll just go straight bitching into it. Because so I actually I told you earlier that I want to do a 42.3 episode also. So we're gonna end. If there's nothing more to say specifically about the movie, we're gonna end the movies with Tanya conversation here, but not really like nothing else. We're just gonna cut it here, and we're gonna continue in 42.3, and I'm actually gonna read you some of the reviews and stuff like that. So you audience, if you want to watch that, come and watch that video. Girl,
Come
talk to the
on,
audience.
link in the thingy. Come, have a look. Hear us talk for even like longer.
I'm gonna have a lot of fun editing just you saying those things. That's gonna be the promo for these videos. You know that right now.
Like me going like hype. Watch this right now.
Good, you're giving me more stuff to use. I love it. Okay. So say bye to movies with Tana.
Goodbye. Thank you so much, Tanay.
Yeah,
I was honored
thank
to
you.
be here today, honestly.
Yeah. I was happy to get you on because, like, did I say it before we started recording? But I think you have a lot of good stuff to say about movies, and I feel like you don't talk about movies on a public platform enough. So I'm glad I got you to talk about movies and like things you were thinking about with that. So cool. Movies with Tanya done. Let's get it to 42.3.